When you launch a new website, training the client is the bit that gets neglected. And the block editor has matured enough now that clients can do far more than they used to. But anything new needs teaching, so training isn't an optional extra anymore, it's part of the job. Now you've built a site, you've tested it, everything works. Now you need to hand it over to somebody who's never used the block editor before. And to do that, you need to do that somewhere on the internet. The question is, where? The obvious answer is to use a staging site. You've got one, you're running your themes, your plugins, and your content. It makes sense, right? Well, not really. The trouble is, it doesn't feel like a real sandbox. It feels like the real site. So your client either starts editing content, sometimes the wrong content, or they're too nervous to touch anything at all in case they break something. Now, neither of those is a useful training environment. And then there's the upkeep to think about. A staging site is another WordPress install that you have to host, you have to keep up to date and secure. It needs a login, it needs the same plugins patched as the live site does. Leave it sitting there for 6 months and it quietly rots into an out-of-date state, with unpatched copies of the real thing, which is exactly the sort of thing that a bad actor goes looking for. Then there's the shared staging mess. If you're using one staging site for training, demos, and your own testing, you end up with 3 different people leaving it in 3 different broken states. Your client logs in to practice and finds the home page has been half deleted from the last session, which isn't a great look. What you actually need is somewhere your client can break things freely in an environment that genuinely reflects their new site with no real consequences whatsoever. No logging, no upkeep, and no shared mess. This is exactly what you get when you combine WordPress Playground with Blueprints. Now, if you haven't come across Playground before, it's a browser-based WordPress environment that runs entirely on the client side. There's no server, there's no hosting, and there's no database to manage. And by default, if you close that browser session or refresh the tab, any changes you've made are gone, and you get a fresh starting point. Now, there is a way to make that stick, but I'll come back to that later. It's like throwing a party in your browser without ever having to clean up afterwards. If only cleaning up after a party was actually that easy. Okay. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth does WordPress run in the browser? WordPress needs PHP, it needs a database, and the browser doesn't have either of those. Now, the clever bit is something called WebAssembly. Now, without going down a rabbit hole, it basically lets you run PHP directly inside the browser tab, and a database runs in memory. So the whole stack, that bit that normally lives on your server, is running on the visitor's machine instead. There's nothing to install and nothing for you to maintain. It's even got a drag and drop file browser for quick on-the-fly testing. And an inbuilt code editor for tweaking your custom code directly. You can even hook that up to your own repositories and create your own pull requests. How powerful is that? I might save that one for another video. Now, this environment is precisely what you need for training. So blueprints are the JSON configuration file that tell Playground how to set itself up. You define what theme to install, what plugins to load, and what content to import. You can point that directly to your GitHub repositories for your themes and plugins, and you can pull in dummy content via an XML export. You can even set up which version of WordPress and which version of PHP it boots with, which is really handy if you want a training environment to match exactly what's on your live server. The whole thing builds itself from a single file. Now, here's what a minimal blueprint looks like. Now, a JSON file might look scary, but it's a simple notation file that's made up of objects and key value pairs. So if you're familiar with working with PHP arrays, this will start to look familiar. Now, broken down in reverse, it's basically a number of step objects wrapped in a single steps object. And each of those step objects does a simple job like install a theme, install a plugin, or import an XML file. Your theme from GitHub, your plugin from GitHub, and your dummy content from an XML export that can be stored somewhere on the web. GitHub can do that as well. And that's it. And because your theme and plugin come directly from your GitHub repository, the blueprint stays current and up to date as your project evolves. Push a change, and the next time that somebody opens up that link, they get the updated version. So there's no manual updates and no stale demo environment to clean up after, or that lay dormant on your server, inviting bad actors to come in and hack your server as your demo environment slowly goes out of date. Now, I've just thrown a JSON file at you, and I know that that can be temperamental if you get the syntax wrong. So let me put your mind at rest. You don't have to write a single line if you don't want to. There are visual blueprint builders that do the writing for you. You click the steps together, pick your theme, pick your plugins and your content, and they hand you a finished file. Resources like the Playground Step Library or Poodle Playground both do this, and I'll drop links to those resources in the description below. And if you've been following my Claude Code videos, there's an official Blueprint agent skill too. You tell your code agent what you want to do in plain English and it writes the blueprint for you. The link is in the description for that as well. So if you fancy handwriting JSON, or clicking together a builder, or getting an AI to do the lot, there's a way in for you. Now those 3 steps cover most of what you need, but there are a few more worth knowing about because they will make the training experience much more smoother. There's a login step. Now by default, Playground drops the visitor in as the administrator anyway, but you can use this to make sure that they land logged in and ready to go with no faffing about. There's a set site options step. Now this lets you set things like the site title, the tagline, so the environment actually reads like their real site rather than a generic, just another WordPress site. And there's a landing page setting. Now this is one I'd really encourage you to use. Instead of dumping your client in the front end, you can send them straight to wherever the training needs to start. The post editor, a specific page in the site editor, or the dashboard. Whatever makes the most sense for that first click. It's a small thing, but it means the moment they open that link, they're exactly where you want them to be. And they're not hunting around through menus wondering where they need to begin. You don't need any of these to get started, but once you've built one blueprint, you'll find yourself reaching for these to polish the whole experience. Now once you have a blueprint file, you need to host it somewhere accessible. Now you can host it on your own server or in a GitHub gist, that works too, and that's free, which is hard to argue with, right? The only requirement is the file is reachable at a public URL. Then generate a Playground URL like this: https://playground.wordpress.net ? blueprint URL, followed by the URL where your blueprint is hosted, and that's it. You take the Playground address, add a blueprint URL to the end of it, and point it to your hosted file. No build setup, no command line, nothing to compile. Just the URL with another URL added to the end of it. Send that to your client, and when they click it, WordPress will boot up in their browser fully configured. There are no usernames or passwords to generate because there is no login required. Once you've configured it, there's absolutely minimal setup, with their theme installed, any custom plugins, and enough representative content to make the training feel real. And the surprising part is this: you can send that same link to 10 clients or 100 clients. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Each one gets their own private instance running on their own machine. There's no server creaking under the load because there is no server in the first place. Now I did exactly this recently for a build that I did, a block theme conversion for a client with a reasonably complex site with custom post types, dynamic blocks, and a whole suite of functionality built specifically for all their content. When it came to training time, I built a blueprint, shared the link, and we ran 2 training sessions entirely in their browser. They could break things, they could undo things, they could even reload the page and start completely afresh if they wanted to. There was none of that hesitation you get on a staging site where you have to explain basic auth logins or revisit a homepage that somebody left broken in a previous training session. And never have that horrific experience of the client losing complete confidence in you because, well, the site looked broken. Now, granted, I didn't have every last piece of content in there, but I had enough to make the training feel meaningful. Enough pages, enough posts, and enough structure to show them how the editing experience works and how they could create new content in line with their new site. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you it's perfect because it isn't. And you should know where the edges lie before you rely on it. Now, the big one is persistent. Now, by default, nothing sticks. Refresh the tab and it's gone. And for training, that's a feature, it's not a bug. It's the whole point. Now, that's the default, but it's not the only option. Playground can save your instance in your browser's local storage. So if you switch that on, a reload brings that progress back exactly as you left it. Worth knowing if you want a training session to survive, a refresh rather than starting afresh every time. But even then, it's living in one browser on one machine. So don't make the mistake of using it as a proper staging site or a real server. It's local, it's private to that machine only. And if you clear the cache, it's gone. So for real work, you still want real hosting. And it can't send email either. There's no real mail server behind it. So if part of your training involves, say, a WooCommerce order confirmation landing in someone's inbox, that's not going to happen. You'll need to demo that bit elsewhere. And if you're importing a massive XML file or a huge plugin, it can be a little slow to boot. Because remember, all of this is being pulled in and assembled in the visitor's browser rather than on a server. But on a decent connection and a sensible amount of content, it's quick. But if you throw the kitchen sink at it, you're going to be waiting. Now, none of this is a real deal breaker for client training. You just need to know what the tool is and what it isn't. And then there's the long-term value, the part that I didn't really anticipate. They still have that link. 6 months after launch, if they've forgotten how to do something, they can simply revisit and click that link, get a fresh Playground instance, and figure it all out again without the painful worry that they might be creating a rift in time and space and bringing the whole internet down. There's no staging site to maintain, there's no credentials to manage, just a URL that works every time. Now that's worth the 10 minutes it took to set it up. So if you're delivering block theme sites to clients and you're not doing this yet, I genuinely encourage you to give it a go. The blueprint doesn't need to be complicated. Install a theme, install a plugin, import some representative content, and that covers 90% of what the training session actually needs. Playground and Blueprints together are one of those tools that once you've used them once, you'll wonder how you managed without them. They're safe, disposable, shareable, and genuinely useful for people that you're handing work over to. It's bloody brilliant. Give it a go. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful or insightful in any way, please do give it a like as it helps others to find this content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more content like this. If you want to see something interesting, maybe check out one of my other videos right here.